Welcome back to Food Diaries. It's Amanda, and I'm gonna tell you about my day. Okay, you guys, it is 8 p.m. just about. So I've not filmed all day because this is Wednesday. It's the day I'm starting the new Food Diary, and I guess this is gonna be like a thing because Wednesday is one of our days off, and we almost always try to get some things done on Wednesday. And this Wednesday is a little different because on Monday we actually went and ran errands. So Wednesday was our fun day. So today we went, well, I had to do school this morning. I had to go to the school and do my little thing, and came home, and I was like, you know what? Let's go to the bins. Goodwill bins, in case you don't know what I'm talking about. And Rick was like, great, what are we gonna do for lunch? I was like, you know what? Let's just go get some lunch. Let's go get some lunch. I know, we're trying to be good. He gets 2 days off a week, and normally I do not care if we go out for lunch or dinner, not both, one or the other, on those days. So we went to Culvers, and it was so funny because I took a picture of Rick at Culvers. I'll insert it here. And I sent it to Ricky, my son who lives in Wisconsin, and he was like, is that right now? And I said, yeah, that's right now. He said, where are y'all at? And I said, in your town. I named the town. And he said, for real, you're here? And I was like, no, just kidding, we're in Greenville. We're in Greenville, South Carolina. And he was like, that's not funny, Mom. So I was like, I will warn you, I will not just show up at your doorstep in Wisconsin. But anyway, but I told him that we were thinking of him while we were eating our Culvers. So anyways, we had Culvers, and then we went to the bins, and you will definitely see a bins haul. So after that, we were very, very stressed. We spent like $50. After that, we were very, very stressed, and we went to Starbucks because we were stressed. And it actually really helps. After Starbucks, we were like, chill out, calm down. And then we went to 3 other thrift stores, which were amazing. All of the other ones, 2 were Goodwills, and I think the other one was the Salvation Army thrift store. But so it salvaged the day. Everything was fine, and that was that. So anyway, so we came home very late because Greenville's not particularly close to our house. It's like an hour and a half, depending on traffic, depending on which way we go. And now we're having dinner. So this is what I made. This might look familiar to you. That's chicken that I baked. That's green beans. And I'm getting ready to make some instant mashed potatoes. So anyway, I'm getting ready to make my instant mashed potatoes, and that's our simple dinner. I made the other day some pumpkin pancakes, and if we want a dessert, we're gonna have some pumpkin pancakes with syrup, and that's gonna be our dinner tonight. So are we starting off the Food Diaries with a bang? I suppose, because we have one eating out and one eating at home, but this starts a 4-day stretch. For the next 4 days, we're gonna be out and about, working, doing college work, whatever. We're gonna be running around doing things that we do, so we don't give ourselves very much leeway usually in terms of eating out. But, you know, things happen. This is the beginning of our 3rd week of Food Diaries. I'm gonna do 4 weeks, and then we're gonna add it all up and see what I've spent and hope that it's less than $1,000. I'm really trying to not eat out at all, other than the days off where we allow ourselves, you know, 1 for each day off meal, and I'm trying to keep it minimal. We really do. We really try to keep it cheap. Culver's, not cheap. Culver's was an expensive one, and we had Starbucks. So, and I forgot that I had a $10 gift card for my birthday, which was depressing. But anyway, we'll have it for another day. So this is this day's Food Diary. You can see everything that's going on, and tomorrow, Tuesday, I'm working. we are going to have our normal lunches, like we always do. And then, hopefully. And then, I don't know what we're having for dinner. But I'll clue you in on that tomorrow. You can see I'm already in my jammies. And it's 8 o'clock. So, I'm gonna finish getting this dinner together. Rick is starving, I'm starving, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. It's the morning. We're running late, but I am gonna show you. I did make breakfast. I know I have a mess, ignore it. I made sandwiches, but it was interesting because I almost didn't have enough chicken, so I used my leftover chicken from when we had Asian the other night, which I do, believe me, often, and still sliced it up and put it in here. So I'm just wanted to show you that even your eating out leftovers, we do not waste. We do not waste anything, although maybe a little bit of rice. But in general, I have sandwiches, they're made. I'm throwing them in that sandwich bag because, again, I'm not wasting anything. Grabbing some chips and we're leaving. You guys, we are so behind this morning. But we're getting it done. But I'll see you tonight and we'll talk about dinner then. Well, good morning. I know what you're thinking. Good morning? What happened to good night? I just saw you and it was the morning. You did. Yesterday, Rick and I worked really late, number one. And then number two, we had a problem with our car. And so I had to go to my mother's house and get her car, pick it up and borrow it, so that we could use it today so that I could have our car checked. So that kind of threw our evening off, and this is what we ended up having for dinner. And I gotta be honest with you, I did not want to film it. I did not want to film it last night. And I want to film it now because I'm like, oh, I feel like this whole week has been eating out and I'm really trying not to. But I promised you all that you would get reality. And the point is to just keep myself in order. So here we are. Now it's half a pizza left. Not even, like 3 pieces. So I'm gonna have that for lunch today because I already went in and got the car estimate, and girl, you don't even want to know how much the car estimate is. So I'm gonna eat this, and you know what, I'm probably really gonna be eating at home now because we gotta fix the car. But yeah, this is how it is. This is the honest truth, and I said I was gonna be honest, so here we are. I also had to go get some groceries today. Groceries, I'm saying it loosely. Let me show you my receipt. I went to Walmart. Okay, I moved everything over here so you all could see what I actually purchased. I'm just trying to fold my receipt to keep the personal information off of it. But I paid, and this made me want to cry. This made me want to cry, but it is what it is. $64.19. Now you'll see on there, see the first 2 items, one of them is water, and the other one is, it says 44 pounds. That is 44 pounds of cat food for $31.97. So that was over $30 was just cat food. And the water was $5.98, which is, you know, what water is. So I decided to get a big thing of cat food just to have it here so I don't have to worry about it for the next few weeks, since I'm paying for car repairs the next few weeks. And I'll show you the other things I picked up. So this is why I said it's groceries, but it's not particularly groceries. These are the only actual grocery items I got. Raspberries for me, because I must have them. And actually I like it at Walmart because you pay $5.94 and you get that double pack, so it lasts a little longer. We needed some garlic. One was 61 cents and the other one was 66 cents. And then Cafe Bustelo, Rick wanted his espresso. It's $4 at Walmart, it's one of the cheaper places. That's the only food items. And then you have his Pronamel. Rick uses the Pronamel toothpaste, which is $6.98 at Walmart. We get these at our discount store every time we can and we stock up, but it just, you know, eventually you just gotta buy it if you can't find it. So we needed some cotton swabs. We got the Equate version. They were $2.18. I'm looking at my receipt. And then I got these, which I suppose weren't really necessary, but I had guests over this week and I had no hand soap. So $1.24 each, and I got some hand soap. And that's all I got. That was the $64. That's the whole $64. So now we're gonna be on some kind of spending fast for a little while. At least try to be. Because I do want to, we don't do credit cards. I'm paying for all this in cash. So we're just trying to do what we do and make sure everything gets paid. So that, and I got a medical bill. Remember I was sick the previous week? Whatever previous weeks? I got a medical bill and it was like $400 for just a doctor's visit. And I was like, $400? What is that? So I looked up the billing for it. And it was when I went and got the flu test, right? So I do have insurance. I do have insurance. And I know it's the beginning of the year, so you gotta get your deductible in and all that. But I just thought $400 for a doctor visit seemed awfully high. Well, I guess when they did the flu test, they also tested me for the, you know, the C word. And both of those tests were over $200. Just that, plus the visit. So I'm like, why are all these bills coming right now? At tax time. What? I don't know. But I tell you what, it's encouraging me on my little food diary here to keep all the prices low. And we just did, Rick and I literally just went to the bins. And we don't spend a lot when we go to the bins, but still that's, you know, not the point. So I don't know what I'm making for dinner yet. I do know this. Oh, and by the way, side note, Rick had to buy lunch, but he took that, he had gotten paid, so he had his, you know, I told you he gets $20 out of his paycheck, so he's just buying something with that. $6.99 sub. But yeah, because we were home so late, I didn't bake the chicken, and we were just, everything is thrown off. So I have the next few days off, and I am going to like kill it. As far as try to make sure we have all the food in this house. I'm gonna try to pre-cook some things for next week so it's no stress, and at least I'm gonna try. And I have some college work to do and some other things, but I'm gonna tell you what, this is like my #1 priority. Like not spending any gas, not going, you know, out to eat at all, making food at home, and even making cheap food at home, trying to make this stuff last for a while. Yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. It's, don't you hate it when it all happens? I guess it's kind of a good thing I was already trying to be cheap, so that way when all of these bills come at once, it's like, at least you can do it. But it just feels like overwhelming in the moment. So anyway, there's your catching up, and I will see you at dinner. I'm gonna have my pizza. I'm gonna throw it in the oven and heat it up. And that's that. And I'm going to relax because I literally just got home from the bank and Walmart and everything, and I am, after, it's been a crazy 2 days. What's new? You know, what's new? The Lord provides, and it's gonna be fine. I did it again. Oh, you have no idea how much I did not want to say this. I was home today, kind of. I mean, I had a lot of errands to run this morning, and this afternoon I spent several hours working on the house and editing my food diary video from last week so it could come up tonight, and I still didn't even get it uploaded till 8 p.m. But what happened was, Rick even got off work relatively early. He left work at like 5:15, and I was like, hey, you know, he called me. I was like, come home. You know, I had meat out. I was gonna make spaghetti, which is like one of his favorites. But I thought I even made it a quick, easy meal so it wouldn't be complicated. And he was like, we gotta go drop your mom's car off. And I'd forgotten that we'd borrowed my mom's car so I could get our car looked at. And I was like, okay, well, I'm trying to finish up editing this video, but I'll stop and I'll go meet you at your mom's. And he was like, oh, well, you know, I'll just come to the house. Because he was like, your mom didn't give us a time that she needed it, so I'll just come to the house, you finish what you're doing, we'll eat dinner, and we'll go to your mom's. And I was like, okay. So he came to the house and got to the house, and I was trying to finish up what I was doing so I could start the spaghetti, just getting ready to start the spaghetti, and my mom texted me, and my mom was like, can you bring me some food from Burger King? And she was like, I don't want to ask DoorDash, can you guys just bring it on your way? And I was like, okay, Mom. Because, I mean, she let us use her car. So I was like, well, Mom wants us to bring her Burger King. And I don't want her to wait too long, because by this time it was like 6:30-ish. I was like, so we're probably gonna have to just leave and go get her food and then come back home. So by the time we leave, go to Burger King, fill up the gas tank in the car, return the car to her, and start to come back home. Now, it is like 7:30-ish. And Rick is starving because he has not eaten since lunchtime. And he is like, we're getting something to eat. He's like, I'm not going home and waiting for spaghetti. And I was like, babe, I don't really want to do that. I don't know, like, I've got to make the video and we've been telling people we're going to do this and I want to do it. And he was like, Amanda, we need to eat. So you're just going to have to deal with it. And I was like, he was like, you can blame me. And I'm like, well, I'm not blaming you. but I understand he works physically hard, so I could have waited, but I didn't want him to wait either. And I was like, all right, okay. So we got Asian again, which I didn't show you at the time because I was contemplating how I wanted to deal with this, because I halfway thought about saying, you know, forget the food diaries. Like, let's just not do this. The point of it is to be realistic. So I never finished my rice. I actually finished my rice, so my only leftovers are the chicken. But anyway, so here's where we are at. I made chicken for lunch for tomorrow. I have ground turkey burger for spaghetti for tomorrow. We're gonna try this again. And if we have to keep trying and resetting a million times, we're gonna do it. Our schedule is so hard. Let me show you the chicken. It is cooked. It is made. I have bread. I have mayonnaise. So this is definitely going to be eaten tomorrow. I don't even know where to go from there, except that I think everybody has periods of time like this, where you just like are struggling to get it together. And this is the reality right now. I just have way too much going on. Trying to keep up with everything is hard. And if you try to keep up with everything, then something is gonna fall. I mean, that's just how it is. And right now, that's what's happening. I can keep up with college, I can keep up with my job, I can keep up with my student teaching, I can keep up with getting the videos that I'm putting up, but only on the condition that other things fall apart. So, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna keep trying, and we're gonna get it right eventually. I'm gonna get it under control. We must. I'm showered, I'm ready for bed, and in the morning, we will start fresh. You can do this with me, we're gonna do it. It's Saturday, and we're starting fresh. And I made my lunch and I made Rick's lunch today. I don't remember if I filmed it or not, but if I did not film it, I did make Rick's lunch today. In fact, I made him 4 sandwiches because today is his inventory. One Saturday a month he does inventory at work. And so he works a very long day, usually at least until 7, maybe 8 p.m. and then he has the drive home, and so I try to pack him essentially 2 lunches so that he has enough for, he'll come home and eat dinner, but just in case he wants like a snack or something in between, he's not going too long without eating, because he used to do that and that wasn't pretty. So I made my lunch. I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. Just our regular chicken sandwich that I make in ramen. Nothing complicated. And I do have the rest of the kettle chips, so I mean, it's pretty much crumbs in there and just water, obviously. So this is my lunch, and I'm very happy with that. I did get raspberries yesterday at Walmart. And just so you know, I ate all those raspberries. I'm not showing like every time we get a snack or something. So like when Rick's eating chocolate chips, I'm not filming him, but the little snacky things we'll have here and there, and you know, eventually they'll run out. I'm just showing you the main meals. But I ate all my raspberries between yesterday and today, and they're all gone. And I don't know what I'm gonna have for snack today, because I love fruit. I'm a fruit person. So I'll probably, I don't know what I have hanging around. But if I have something, I'll let you know today, but not always, just so you know. And dinner tonight, I took out meat yesterday for spaghetti, and we will be having that spaghetti tonight. So today, I am trying to, we'd gotten stuff at the Goodwill bins this week. And so I had spent the morning cleaning up all of the things from the bins, which I would show you, but you gotta wait for my bins haul to see all of that. So I'm gonna be, I've already like washed everything, cleaned it up, some things I need to hand dry, and then I'll be filming that haul and trying to get that uploaded. I already uploaded my grocery haul for the week, and I have college work to do today. So that's gonna keep me busy most of the day while Rick is gone. And my house is clean. I mean, hey, that's pretty good, right? So everything is good. So these are the things that are gonna keep me busy while I'm hanging around the house today. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch, and I'll check in with you at dinner time. Here's my snack. Pretzels and chocolate chips. The snack of champions. Okay, I did make dinner, and I have to show it to you real quick because I have Ricky on the phone, but here is the pot with the spaghetti, and here's my bowl and Rick's bowl with spaghetti. So no eating out today. Much success. So come back tomorrow and we'll hopefully do tomorrow too. We'll see how it goes. I almost forgot to show you Rick's lunch again. It's packed. Add chips, just a little bit. Sandwiches. Water. And of course, he's got a napkin. But of course, coffee. So he's all set for the day, and I'm home today, so I'll show you my lunch later. It's 10 o'clock-ish on Sunday, and this is actually Resurrection Sunday. We don't really do anything for Resurrection Sunday because we have no kids in our house. And we keep Sabbath, and we do Passover. So Passover's not till the end. Usually Passover and Resurrection Sunday are the same, but this year Resurrection Sunday is, for reasons that I'm not going to go into on this video, they're different weeks. So we'll be doing Passover at the end of the month, and you'll see that if we do food diaries. But so anyway, we're not having like a big family dinner or anything. You know, we're encouraging our believing brethren, and we're, you know, loving on one another. Praise the Lord, he's risen. But we're not doing anything today to celebrate because, like I said, we'll be doing it at Passover time. So just a heads up on that. But anyway, so anyway, it's 10 a.m. and I am going to make myself like a brunch. I don't know why, I just really want a fried egg. So I had some bacon in the freezer, and I pulled some turkey bacon out, and I'm gonna have that with my lunch, and I'll just have a bunch of turkey bacon. We have this thing in our house, we like to keep turkey bacon to snack on, kind of like jerky. So I'll just keep the bacon in the fridge, and I think that'll be a good snack for Rick to have this week. That being said, I have salmon over here on my counter because we're gonna have that for dinner. And I also am thawing some English muffins to have. But I made a menu plan. I know I've been saying I was gonna make one. I actually sat down and made one because I was like, we have got to start eating right. So here's the menu plan. I'm gonna read it to you, but my phone's dying, so give me a minute. Okay, I still have to charge the battery on my camera, not my phone. And, but I'm hungry, and so I was gonna make myself the bacon, at least get that started while I'm working on my college work. And I wanted to show it to you because I bake my bacon, and I just thought this would be helpful to you. So let me show you. So I had that 1 pack of turkey bacon, and I have my 2 Pampered Chef baking sheets, and I squeezed it all on there. There were actually 2 pieces of bacon left, so I kind of slid everything up so I could put 1 slice there and 1 slice there. But there are 2 slices on the baking sheet. I have it preheated to 375. I'm gonna put them in, and I'm just gonna watch them. I mean, it's really super simple.
And the Pampered Chef baking pans are so easy to clean.
Obviously, it's not sponsored, but I've been talking about Pampered Chef for years. I love it. I live by it. So it's real quick. It's easy. I don't have grease everywhere on the stove. It doesn't really make my oven very dirty either. So that's my favorite way to make our turkey bacon. Got my college going on over there. So much stuff to do. So I'm gonna let the bacon cook. When the bacon's done, I'm gonna make myself some eggs, and I still have some pumpkin pancakes. So I'll probably have that with it too. And that's gonna be my little brunch while I am working. So everything is good here. I will show you that menu plan. I was rudely interrupted by my husband, but because I'm starving, I was having my pretzels as a snack with one of those cheese sticks. Back to my menu plan.
So tonight, salmon and rice. Tomorrow, we're gonna use the leftover chicken to make the chicken stuffing bake because we'll be here. And I'm gonna make scalloped potatoes, but I'm gonna make a double batch of that with peas. I'm also gonna put chicken in the crock pot to make lunches for the next few days, right? Then, well, chicken, and I'm also putting chicken in the crock pot to make dinner and lunch for the next day. So tomorrow we'll have the chicken for lunches, plus the leftover chicken we'll use for dinner with scalloped potatoes and mixed veg. Easy, which I thought that was good because I always need something easy on Tuesday. That's a big work day. We're always working late. So if the chicken's pre-made, I just gotta heat it up, throw the pre-made scalloped potatoes in the oven, make some mixed veg, easy. Wednesday we're off, so I'm gonna make a meatloaf. Again, this is a double batch. Meatloaf always makes 2 loaves, a double batch of mashed potatoes and kale. And I'm also gonna bake chicken for lunches that are gonna take us through Saturday. So the next few days, the lunches will all be that chicken, of course. Then we have leftover meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and kale the next day. Again, Thursday is a big late work day. So that's Tuesday and Thursday are the days we have the most trouble eating at home because we get home so very late. Friday, we're gonna have cheesy ground turkey tortillas with corn and salsa. Saturday, turkey meatballs, baked potatoes, mac and cheese, some gravy, and mixed veg. And then I'm also gonna put chicken in the crock pot again for lunches through Tuesday and make broth. Sunday, lasagna soup with kale and garlic bread. Monday, sausage and potato soup with kale and garlic bread. So I'm trying to get rid of that kale. I know it's like gonna barely be hanging on by then. Tuesday, again, a hard day. So hamburgers and french fries. I could even pre-make the hamburgers, maybe. Let me make a note of that. Maybe pre-make. There we go. Little note to myself. The french fries are already like frozen french fries that I have in my freezer. And then Wednesday we'll do an Italian sausage bake with broccoli. And that's as far as I have, because that's pretty much all I have in my freezer in terms of meat. So I was like, let's make meals with all of that. So this is based on what I already have in the house, except these are the things I need to buy. I need 1 large pack of chicken for lunches. Just 1. I need bread for lunches just to get through the week. I need some cream of chicken, and I want to get some salad items to add with any of this if I choose to, just because we're limited on fresh veg, right? I'm still gonna try to keep it as cheap as possible. But here's some things that we're gonna be needing, so if I see a good deal on them, I can pick them up. We need peas and green beans, we need meat. We're about out, maybe a chicken box, maybe, that would be good. We need broccoli, fresh and frozen. Pasta, because we're just about out. Ricotta, I want that for baked spaghetti, because it was delicious and we want to have it again. Tortillas, yellow cheese, and instant potatoes. So these are all things that I want to kind of be on the lookout for if I see a good deal. But these are things we definitely need to get by for the week. So we will be picking these up just to do all of this. But that takes us through a week and a half. And I think that will that take us through the end of the month? I don't think so. So I'm doing this for a month because I'm basing it on February. February's, well, this year it was 29 days, but normally it's 28 days, which is 4 weeks. So I'm doing 4 weeks in a row
to see what we can do. Hopefully we can get the numbers down under $1,000, which is what we spent last month in February. So I'm trying to think about it in terms of the videos, because the videos are like a week off. This video will end this Tuesday, which is the 3rd week. And then the next video will end that next Tuesday. So that Wednesday will actually be off of the plan, like off of the 4 weeks. So it'll be after. So everything that we spend through the end of that is it. So I think we might actually be well under the 1,000. I'll let you know what the total is, of course, when it's all said and done. But I think we're actually doing pretty good. Okay, that's my plan. I have so much college work to do. I've got to focus on that. I'm also starving. My bacon is still cooking. Ooh, it's looking almost done though. I like it really crispy, so I'm gonna give it just a couple more minutes. But I'm about ready to pull that out, even though I've already had like cheese and pretzels. I'm about ready to pull that out, have a little bit of bacon, have me, you know what? I have hash browns too. I might throw a hash brown in the oven. The oven's hot. You know, I've eaten my pretzels, I'm not like dying to eat now. Or maybe I'll throw some hash browns in and have hash browns with my eggs and my bacon and a pumpkin pancake. Girl, I'm hungry today. What can I say? This college work makes me hungry. Maybe it's stressing me out. Anyway, I'm gonna get all that together. I'll show you my plate when I'm done. Okay, I must eat it quickly, but my pancakes, it's kind of dark. I don't know why. Here we go. That's too bright. Ah, such a difficult plate. All right, pancakes, bacon, eggs, and my hash brown is underneath there, and I'm going to eat this and be so happy and do work. Okay, I have spent all day doing college work, but it's a good thing because I actually got my college work done, not just for this past week, but I actually worked ahead a week because I'm doing a research project and we can't collect any data this week because school's out. So I already have all the data that I needed to do the projects that I needed to do for this week. Since I was already like in the zone, looking at the data, doing all of the things, I was like, let me just do all the projects at once. So I did them all. It took me all day to where it is now. I don't know if you can see that. It's 5:41. So it's almost 6 o'clock. Rick's on his way home and I'm making dinner, which today I had planned salmon, and I planned salmon on purpose because I knew it was a quick cook. It's a quick cook. I love this recipe. It's already on my channel. I will link it. It's the sweet and spicy salmon fillets, and like he'll be here in like 15 minutes and it's gonna be ready. It will. I wanna show you what I have. Rice in the rice cooker, done. Salmon that I thought this looks like really good salmon, you guys, and I got it from the discount store. I'm getting ready to pull it out and pat it dry. I'm gonna put it in this pan. And I have my, look, dry rub, Asian seasoning already prepared, and butter and oil in the pan. So this is all ready to go. I just gotta get the salmon ready and we are done. I was talking to Rick on the phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this together, and then at the last second, I'm gonna steam the kale. And that's gonna be dinner, and it's going to be plenty. I mean, did you see all that salmon for just me and Rick? And believe it or not, he will, because salmon just isn't as filling to him, like any fish is not as filling as like beef or whatever. He'll probably eat most of that. We might have a couple pieces of salmon left, but that's cool because then we can have it for lunch tomorrow. It'll be delicious. Maybe I'll make fried rice with the leftovers. So he can eat as much as he wants and he can be happy. So I'm gonna hurry up and get it done because like I said, he'll be here in like 15 minutes and I do need the 15 minutes, but try this recipe. You want it, trust me. This is a good one. It's a really good one. Although I took the cayenne out because of his stomach, but I like it with the cayenne. I like it a little spicy. Anyway, making dinner. Gotten kind of dark, but you can see the salmon looking lovely. And then look at this. It's my beautiful steamed kale salmon, and the rice is done.
So I'm gonna put it on a plate and it'll be dinner time. I'm telling you, you've got to try this meal because this one is like better than a restaurant. Seriously, seriously. If you can get a good deal on salmon, I only get it at my discount store. But if you get a good deal on salmon, this is so stinking good. And this looks like really good salmon. I'm just saying. I'll make a plate. I'll show you. That is dinner for tonight. So we are good until tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Hey everybody, it is like 2 o'clock, and yes, this is actually us eating lunch. So it's Rick's day off, and we had planned to be around the house today. So he was gonna cut the grass and ran out this morning to get gas for the lawnmower. And instead of, his goal was to get started by 9. He didn't get started till 10. He thought he'd still be done by 12 or 1. He was way wrong. Our yard is bigger than that. So I was kind of waiting for him. I've been editing videos and taking care of some paperwork. And so I've been waiting on him, and he just finished up. He's jumping in the shower, and I am heating up lunch. So this is what I'm heating up. First of all, leftovers. I'm gonna make fried rice with the rice from last night, and then if I can open this, there we go, some of the salmon from last night. We have three salmon fillets left, so I'm gonna heat those up and take the meat off, and then I'm gonna toss it with the fried rice, and we'll have a little something. But that's pretty much what he's going to eat. I think I am going to have what I had yesterday, because I don't think there's enough rice for us both to have fried rice, and I think he'd rather have it. So I'm gonna make it and then make myself some eggs. We have the leftover bacon. We still have pumpkin pancakes. So all of that stuff, you know, it just depends on how much the fried rice ends up being. But you know, eggs and fried rice is still really, really good. So I think that'll all go together fine. And I don't think the bacon is gonna hurt anything. So anyway, and the pumpkin pancakes make a nice dessert. It all works out well. I do have also the chicken in the crock pot as per my menu plan. I'm working that menu plan, y'all. I'm working the menu plan. So we are all set to have some lunch real fast, but we're probably gonna end up having a really late dinner. I need to get this going, and I will show it to you when I'm done. Okay, it looks like there was enough for 2 bowls. And so we're gonna go ahead and eat these, and if we decide to have more, we will probably have eggs and some of the bacon. And I already put the hash browns in the oven, so we'll probably have a hash brown with it too. But lunch. Okay, it's nighttime, and it's actually almost 7 p.m. because we had such a late lunch, and clearly I took a nap at some point today. But it's down in the crock pot. I'm actually getting ready to take it out and put it on the plate to cool down. And then I'm gonna get started on the chicken bake. But I thought I'd show you this is what it looks like, because I just put it in the crock pot with water. It's just gonna be just chicken meat that's been boiled, and believe it or not, it tastes really, really good. I don't know what to say. We're gonna have it with like gravy and potatoes and things tomorrow. So anyway, let me take it out and put it on the plate, and you'll see what we end up with. It actually falls apart, so it's not gonna be pretty, but still good. Hold on. I always gotta be careful, because when I lift it, the carcass comes apart in pieces. So I try to keep it in recognizable pieces. So that's the breast and the quarters, and you'll notice that I left in here the backbone and the wings. We don't really eat the wings, but I'm gonna leave that in here because I'm actually gonna make this into broth. So I'm going to take my frozen onions, some celery, some carrots, and put that all in here and let it cook until it's cooked for 24, until we get home tomorrow night. And then I'll have broth made. So that'll be good. And then I always make my own broth just because to me it's better that way. So let's fill that up, and then we'll put the lid back on. I did change it to low. I had it on high, changed it to low. But we're gonna fill it up with all of the other things and get the broth going, and then we're gonna start dinner. Okay, so I added my carrots and celery and onion skins. Of course, the chicken is still in there, and that is going to cook till tomorrow night on low, and we're gonna have broth. This is gonna cool down and it's gonna go in my fridge, and it will be dinner for tomorrow. And we'll probably use, I was looking to see, so we'll use a little bit of it for our sandwiches tomorrow, and the rest of it will be for dinner tomorrow. And that's that. So let me let this cool down and I'll work on tonight's dinner. All right, so I'm just showing you, I'm making the stuffing chicken bake. So I just cut up all the chicken and I mixed cream of chicken soup with some milk. And now I'm gonna pour my stuffing mix over top and then pour, broth over the top, and then it's gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna put foil over it and do it that way for like, since the chicken's already cooked, I don't have to cook the chicken through, so probably about 15 minutes in the oven with the foil on, and then 15 minutes with the foil off, and then I'm gonna make the scalloped potatoes. So let me put this together. Here we go. I'm gonna throw that foil over it, and it's gonna be great. 375, like 15 minutes. Okay, so my scalloped potatoes are done and beautiful. My peas, they're getting ready to boil, and the stuffing chicken bake was actually done, but I felt like the top wasn't crispy enough, so I have it in right now on a low broil, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on it just because I want to crisp it up. But we're about ready for dinner. And let me just say that my hair is crazy. My hair is crazy. Let me just say that I'm so proud of myself just for so far sticking to this. You do understand this was Rick's day off. This is the hard day. Well, our day off, but this is the hard day, the day that we normally go out. We did stay home today. We are gonna go out Wednesday, and hopefully we can be disciplined to not eat out. But we did pretty good today. I'm very proud of us. Stick to the menu plan. Good job, us. Anyway, we're getting ready to eat. Really quick, because we're running late. I did make lunch today, but I gotta throw it in a bag real fast. Look, there it is. And it was one breast and one thigh, and that was enough meat for the 4 sandwiches. And we are running out the door. I got water in the bag, and that's it. Sandwiches are gone. I'll talk to you later. I decided, since I was in a rush this morning, to have you guys spend the day with me. So we're gonna vlog today, and I'm in the car. We're getting ready to leave. Rick's coming out of the house right now. He's driving. Look around. That is Brian's old car that's getting sold. It's just waiting there for somebody to pick it up. My lilacs are blooming. Rick just cut the grass, and he's coming down the stairs with his coffee. Whew, girl. It was quite a morning. We woke up so early, it is not even, or so late, I mean, it's not even funny. All right, I'm gonna get my seatbelt on. We're getting ready to go. It's a 45-minute drive to Rick's work. And then after that, well, I'll stop in there real fast. I'll probably see Brianna because I forgot my water bottle. I brought water for lunch, but I forgot my extra water bottle that I bring to drink during the day. So I'll run in, she works at Starbucks, and get some water. It's only 25 cents there, which I can use my pocket money for that. So, so I'll run in and do that, and then after that I'll go to my job, which is 12 minutes from Rick's job. So I have an hour commute total, just about, and his is a 45 minute commute, depending on, you know, what we run into along the way. I wouldn't call it traffic, but it's a, you know, 2-lane road for the majority of the ride, not right now. And it's like
one lane one way and one lane the other way, and it's curves because it's like going up hills and mountains and things. So it's not like you can pass anybody. So if you get stuck behind a slow car, then you're stuck. So for a long way, but I wouldn't call that traffic, but you know, it just depends on the ride. So anyway, we're driving and we're gonna make it. Well, we're still gonna be late, but we're gonna make it. It'll be okay. Case in point, we're behind a cement truck. Look at those mountains though. Just dropped Rick off at work and I popped in and saw Brianna. Got my water and headed to my job. I did ask Brianna if she wanted to be in the vlog. She said no thanks. So the kids, I asked them, they just don't want to do the social media thing anymore. Who can blame them? It's a tough life. All right, I'm heading to work and I'll see you when I get there. All right, I am here at my job. I don't want to show you it for obvious reasons, but I will say I do think my job has the absolute best view. I have the mountains behind me and it's just gorgeous, particularly on a spring morning. So I go in, get to work. I don't know if I can show you my desk because we often have files. It's a doctor's office, and so there's a lot of privacy, and got to make sure that everything is, you know, taken care of with respect to the patient. So I don't think I can show you anything in there, but I'll be back at lunch and then you can see Rick and I have our lunch, and that might be just a fun experience. So I'll see you then. So we're on our lunch break and we came to Lake Lure. We don't always come here, but we do come here sometimes. And they don't have the lake filled in yet, even though it's spring break. But you can hear the birdies and it's so pretty, all the trees and the mountains. Really nice. I'll show you. Rick's trying to hide in the back, but he's there walking with me, hanging out, drinking his coffee.
Hello, people.
It's our romantic lunch. We actually already ate in the car, and we had sandwiches, and I will tell you, I did go to Dollar General and I got some stacks because I didn't bring any chips. Remember, we ran out, we were so late, and it was $1.95 for the stacks, so it was a delight. So now we gotta walk off all of our junk food and then back to work. But this is what we do on lunch sometimes. It's like 80 degrees out. It's like full-on spring here. So this is what the lake looks like this time of year. Actually, all winter they have it drained. And there's a lot of reasons they do that. It's like for maintenance and different things. They actually have boat docks over there and things like that. That's the public swimming area. You can see slides in the distance. So they're actually bringing the water back in this week for spring break, but you know, right now it's not as pretty as it could be. So, but it's just the lake that's not pretty. All the mountains and everything are really nice. There's a special bench over there for Rick and I. We like to sit on that bench and make promises to each other. kind of goofy, but
Promises.
That's what we do.
The love kind.
All right, we're going back to the car. All right, we made it back home. It is 6:19. He's eating some more of the stacks. And
I'm throwing dinner in. So I have the leftover stuffing, bake, leftover scalloped potatoes. My mind is so full right now. And then the chicken that I have from the crock pot, I'm gonna throw it all in the oven on 375. We're gonna let that cook for about probably 15-20 minutes just to get it all heated up, heated through, ready to go. In the meantime, I'm gonna make the mixed vegetables. And Rick said something about maybe throwing on some macaroni and cheese, just in case. Maybe I'll make it, and I have to check my menu. But I'll do that while I'm looking at it. Here we go. Mac and cheese. Well, we have meatloaf tomorrow, so, you know, a little extra mac and cheese with meatloaf wouldn't be a big deal. You know, I'm always thinking about leftovers and what we could do with them. So, yeah, maybe I'll make it. Okay, so I'm throwing this in the oven, making some mac and cheese and mixed vegetables, and we'll have a big feast. And then tomorrow, we're off. But hey, this is going to end this week's food diaries. I wanted to show you this too. I almost forgot about it. But I had the broth cooking for 24 hours, and usually I put extra water in the morning, and I forgot to. So I have, the broth is cooked down. It's going to be very nutrient dense broth, but it's like half the crock pot. So I am going to drain that here in a little bit too, and it's cooling down right now. I unplugged it, but we're going to drain that and put it in the fridge. Well, we'll let it cool down on the stove for a little while, and then we'll put it in the fridge, and I'll have broth to freeze here in the next few days. I got dinner together. I'm going to show you the plate, and we're getting ready to eat because we are hungry. So let me show it to you. There we go. I did just throw everything on the plate because Rick said he was hungry, and I'm like, I'll pile it on. So there's actual chicken underneath that stuffing. It's the stuffing baked leftovers. Potatoes, mixed veg, macaroni and cheese, and that's a whole bunch of chicken. I just piled it on there. So that is it for this food diary. We end on Tuesdays, and I'm gonna edit it, and it should be up by Friday. So this is the third week. We have one more week to go. I have my menu plan, so you can watch the next food diary next week, and you can see if I actually stick to the plan. I'm gonna try to, I really am. Babe, can we commit to it? Can we commit to the menu plan? Sure. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. This one was full of definitely a lot of fails, but we're getting back. The goal is to get on track, so we're gonna see how it goes. Come back next week, we'll find out. See you then. Bye.